I've already released a video on my top 10 favorite suits for Peter in Spider-Man 2. In this video, I'm taking a look at my favorite suits for the newest Spider-Man in New York, Miles Morales. Unlike Peter, I felt like a lot of Miles' suits from his previous game made the transfer into Spider-Man 2. So if you watched that video where I outlined my top 10 suits from Spider-Man Miles Morales, you'll be noticing that a number of these suits make a reappearance here. It's not all repeats though, as Spider-Man 2 adds some pretty amazing suits to the mix as well. As always, this list is just my opinion. Feel free to let me know what your favorite suits are in the comments. It is always interesting to discuss what people enjoy and see how different our preferences are. With that said, let's get to my top 10 suits for Miles in Spider-Man 2. At number 10, I have the Purple Rain suit. The first suit on the list is a repeat from Spider-Man Miles Morales. The Purple Rain suit here is a nice, different color scheme for Spider-Man. But to be honest, I found the variants not quite as good as some of the other suits out there. I also think that this suit not being tied to the story quite as much made the suit a little less interesting for me as well. You unlock this suit by reaching level 21 this time around. It's still a good suit and nice for a different base color scheme and lands in the number 10 slot on my list. At number 9, I have the Absolute Carnage suit. With the symbiote heavy story of Spider-Man 2, Miles gets in on the action with a symbiote suit of his own, even though it isn't an official one through the story. I really like the Absolute Carnage suit as it gives Miles a cool carnageized suit with some fun color variants that hit the color schemes of Carnage, Venom, Anti-Venom, and Miles' original color scheme. You will unlock this suit at level 60, but it's a cool suit if you're into the symbiote styles of suits. At number 8, I have the Smoke and Mirrors suit. This is another suit for Miles based off of a Spider-Man villain. Instead of Carnage or some other symbiote, we instead have a suit based off Mysterio. I really thought this was a cool look for a suit with Mysterio's kind of crystal ball style of head and some cool color schemes for the suit. This was another new suit for Spider-Man 2, and I really enjoyed it. You had to complete all the Mysteriums around the city to unlock it, but I thought it was totally worth it. At number 7, I have the Tracksuit. This was another suit that carried over from Spider-Man Miles Morales and lands pretty close to the same place on this list. I still like the base look of the suit, and I also like 2 of the 3 variants. The one with the light blue in it isn't my favorite, especially compared to the other variants that are just so much better in my opinion, but this is still a pretty good suit that is available early on in the game, as you're able to unlock it at level 3. And it's definitely one of my favorite of the more standard looking suits for Miles. At number 6, I have the Miles Morales 2020 suit. As I said on my previous list, this kind of reminds me of a cross between Spider-Man and Daft Punk. It has the electronic style eyes and suit front going on, which gives it a very cool look that I like quite a bit. This suit is available when you hit level 19 in the game, so it's able to be a fairly early unlock for you to choose. At number 5, I have the Family Business suit. This suit was a new addition to Spider-Man 2 and is a really nice Iron Spider type variant for Miles. I'm a big fan of the Iron Spider suit for Peter, and that holds true for Miles as well. Throw in the fact that this is available at level 3, and it makes an amazing early game suit to use, and was exactly what I did. It wound up beating out the Tracksuit in that way because they were both available at level 3, but I really liked the Family Business suit just a little bit better. At number 4, I have the Dark Ages suit. While I really liked the Absolute Carnage suit for Miles, this was my favorite symbiote suit for him. I like the fact that it was a little less busy than the Carnage suit while maintaining some classic symbiote look to it, and also adding some fun little additions to it, like the kind of almost hood thing in the back, which was a little weird, but at the same time kind of added some character to the suit. You also get this suit a little bit earlier at level 56 instead of level 60 like the Absolute Carnage suit. That was kind of like a little extra perk as well. I like this one better than the one that took longer to get. At number 3, I have the Miles Morales 2099 suit. So the last 3 suits in my list are all repeats from Spider-Man Miles Morales, and pretty close to the same places that they were in that list. This suit actually climbs up a spot, as I felt the variants were really cool, and the effects around the eyes of the suit were even better in Spider-Man 2. You can unlock this suit when you hit level 13 in the game, so again, another fairly early on suit that is really nice. At number 2, I have the Strike suit. This is my second favorite suit of the game. I like the armored style to the suit and the glowing arms. While I can understand why others maybe wouldn't like this suit as much, it can be a little bit weird in its proportions, I feel. I get that. There are some things that I don't like about the suit. My big thing is the collar. The collar just seems a little out of place in it. But for me, the pros far outweigh the cons on this suit, and I just really enjoy it. There's just something about it that I really like. If you like it as well and you're waiting to unlock this suit, you can unlock this style at level 39. And at number 1 is the programmable Matter suit. My top suit from Miles' first outing returns to the top place here in Spider-Man 2. While the story doesn't connect to this suit at all like in Miles' first game, I still really like the suit. It has a semi-armored kind of look, and the glow is just also really cool. Add in some variant colors to pick from, and it makes the suit even nicer in my opinion. It's also pretty nice that this suit gets unlocked around the midpoint of the game at level 37. It's a great suit that you don't have to wait until the end game for, which is really nice in my opinion. That's my top 10 Spider-Man 2 suits for Miles. I felt like I had a good number of repeats from Spider-Man Miles Morales here, but there were also so many good suits from that game that it's kind of hard not to. It also helped that a lot of my favorites made the jump for Miles, unlike what happened with Peter. Even outside of my top 10, there are still so many other good suits for Miles. These were just my personal favorites. There were other ones that I kind of wished I could add to this list because I did enjoy them, but there's only 10 slots. But what about you? What are your favorite suits for Miles in Spider-Man 2? I'd love to hear which ones you liked best, whether they were in my top 10 or not. Always fun to discuss the things we like in games and why we like them. But I hope you enjoyed the list, and again, I'd love to hear your own favorites in the comments. But that's all for this list, so we'll see you in the next video.